Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I'm Nick and I want to talk today about pocket notebooks and how we can use these to get ahead with our plans and intentions. We're now in the 4th month of the year, so quarter one is done and dusted, and we can literally put that on the shelf in the way that it has happened and the way that things have transpired, whether they worked out as we wanted them to, or whether, if you're like me, there are always other things that you can plan to do in the future, and some of those you'll take from the past plans and you'll re-input those into your notebooks. Not all of the things, because sometimes we have to say, done and dusted, enough is enough, and that stays in the past. Very typically, I'll put things in my journal for 2 or 3 months ahead. This journal I recently updated to take me till the beginning of July. I have added notes to that so that I can think, I'd like to accomplish this in terms of reading or using my bike around the park on a regular basis. Simple, practical things that are good for my relaxation and my mental well-being. But I've also added to that some very specific targets for YouTube related activity, not the numbers of people who are following the channel, but more the content and the themes that I want to create videos about. And so I was using one of my new Leica notebooks last night to add ideas on some of the articles I want to write across April and May. Looking at some of the videos and book review videos that I want to create here for the YouTube channel, and thinking about what the overlap will be between some of the written content and some of the video or recorded to video content here for YouTube, and the commonality between the two. If you're new to the channel, you probably haven't seen these Franklin Covey compass cards that I use to track my activities as a dad and as a husband, as a writer, as a person with YouTube channel activity, and also as a property investor. Aside from using the compass cards, which allow you and I to think, what are the important roles in my life? How do I want to make decisions that support and encourage and keep me on track with those roles? This serves as an anchor journal. It will go with me sometimes in a rucksack. Today I took it to a coffee shop and I updated some of my intentions and the outcomes that are important to me as we move through April. And that works really well, thinking perhaps a month or 2 months in advance and jotting those ideas in the anchor journal where I can expand on them and perhaps develop more ideas over a larger number of pages. But tonight, before I go to bed, I will take literally from my shirt pocket this Leica A6 notebook. It could easily be one of the Moleskine type books that you've got here, the green one or the red one from their classic collection. But something like this in my shirt pocket, it allows me to jot down ideas about things that I'm considering, things that are on my mind. Use your pocket notebook to add 2 or 3 things that you'd like to achieve as outcomes for the next day. And having placed those in your notebook, there's a sort of magic that happens where your mind gets to work subconsciously on aspects of those outcomes so that when you wake the next day, you have a sense of what might happen, how you might accomplish it. Based on the roles that you have, you may identify activities that support each of those roles for the course of a month. But you break those down into weekly outcomes that you can work towards on a daily basis. By all means, focus on your monthly goals in something like the anchor journal. Having simple outcomes written down prior to the following day gives you an edge for when you wake up and you think, what am I going to do today? What are the important things? These could be your saving grace in a busy tomorrow. Have those 3 things written down and keep yourself on track over the course of the day. Those big goals can often seem too far away, very much removed from day-to-day or weekly achievement. So having simple things written in your pocket notebook is going to be a way to help yourself move things forward that you'll feel very happy accomplishing tomorrow and the next day, simply by adding points in here rather than trying to create big future goals that are potentially too much too soon. Set down on paper the things that you want to achieve and the things which are important for you. Our monthly success is often a function of what we do this week, and you know as well as I do that what we accomplish this week is a function of what happens today, tomorrow, and the day after. And all of that comes from the 2 or 3 things that you write down the night before in your pocket notebook to take you closer to your larger goals and your bigger outcomes. Tomorrow is only about having success in 2 or 3 areas of your life or your business that are important to you, and which, if you accomplish them tomorrow, sets you up well for the very next day. And you repeat that process one day after another, until you look back and you say, actually, I can tick off a lot of the things in my book because I've done them by setting realistic goals and managing the basics, often the boring work on a daily basis, to get you to the place where you want to be at the end of this particular week. Remember, your pocket notebook won't judge you. It will take any ideas you put into it, but you're going to help yourself enormously by only putting in a few outcomes and achieving those same outcomes every single day and repeating a weekly pattern to get you to where you want to be at the end of the week. And then from a month in the future, you'll find yourself looking back into where you are today and tomorrow and actually saying to yourself, I did what I wanted to do. I achieved my outcomes by focusing on just those 2 or 3 basic things to be accomplished every single day. Use your pocket notebook. Stay close to the things that are important to you. And if you get the chance, let us know how you get on with the use of that notebook. If this video is helpful, I'm delighted. There are other videos about journaling and the use of notebooks here on the channel, and often I'll reference notebooks and their usage in the weekly newsletter. That might also be something you can subscribe to and take advantage of and enjoy. Just another thing to help you towards those outcomes which are so important to you.